What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing amazing and having a great summer so far. Just wanted to make a little short video for you, show you what I'm doing. I'm actually on the ferry now, as you can see. Southern city in Sweden, Trelleborg is called, and I'm catching the ferry over to Rostock in Germany. And so just wanted to give you a little brief talk and what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a solo travel like I've been doing for many years now. Just wanted to give you some insights, what I really like about it, and why I think you should at least try it out for yourself. And I'll start my trip down to Eastern Europe, all the way down to Thessaloniki in Greece actually, and then all the way back up to Sweden through some Eastern Europe countries. So I've been doing this since I was about 22 now, and it's been over 10 years. I think it's one of the best decisions I made when I decided for the first time to live on my own. It was actually back in when I was in Thailand, 2012 I think it was. I was away with some friends, and we were away for almost 2 months. And during the trip I decided I wanted to get away from myself because I was tired of partying all the time and I wanted to explore some other places. And I remember the feeling I had when I crossed the border in Thailand and Malaysia. I heard a lot of people say that it was very dangerous. There was a lot of conflict going on there, which I didn't notice. But I remember the feeling I had when I crossed the border, because I took the bus down to the border there, and remember when I walked across with the control and the guards that were guarding the border. And I just remember how special it was when I was all there alone. And I was pretty young as well. I didn't have much experience. And I just remember the feeling I had when it was such a great adventure. And I didn't know what to expect. And especially when people told me that I should be careful there. And I noticed that one of my qualities is that I want to see it for myself. I'm not satisfied with other people telling me how it is. I want to explore, I want to see it for myself. So I went over, and after that I started doing this and solo traveling, which is what I prefer the most. I like to travel with one person, like a friend or something like that, but not more than that. It gets too complicated. There's too much willpower, especially now when you're older. Or if you can find someone that is very similar to you, you get along very well. I think it's the main thing I really like when you're alone is that you decide whatever you want to do. I don't have to compromise anything. If I want to hang around with new people, I do it. If I want to talk to strangers, I do it. If I want to sit alone in restaurants, I do it. If I want to hike, to do activities, I do whatever I want. That's the best thing. Especially now, since I'm doing YouTube as well, I can take this with me and have some other online projects. So it's amazing, and it kind of makes you understand like what opportunity we have now with in this day and age, where we can do so much, and we don't have to be situated at just one place and be stuck there. We can get away, we can explore and still be productive and create value for other people. I think that's one of the takeaways, is that many people are very scared of doing these things because, like we all are with new stuff, we don't know what to expect. But what I've learned for over 10 years now, for a decade of doing this, is that I'm not satisfied with only having everything under control. I just want to feel alive at certain times. And when I get away and doing these kind of things, it always makes me feel I really feel alive, especially when I'm away alone. If everything is in order and everything is just correct, it gets boring, and I want to have this feeling certain times of the year that I don't really know what's going to happen. For this route, for example, I've put up a preliminary route, and but I'm not sure if I'm going to stick to it completely. I might take some other route along the way, we'll see. But the thing is that's why I'm not very fond of doing all these shorter trips that is very popular here in Sweden. You get away for a week to, let's say, Greece or Spain or Italy. You hang around at the resort or a 5-star hotel. You have everything included. It's all inclusive. You got the food, you eating there, you're drinking there, you're taking part in the activities there, you're meeting the people, you're meeting the other Swedish people at the hotels, and it gets boring. And I don't see the point with that. it's sure, I can understand that if you're tired, you want to get away, just to relax, doing that stuff. Okay, it has this place in that sense, but especially if you're young, let's say you want to explore the world, you want to develop yourself and grow. Book a ticket to another city, country alone. Get away for a few days, a weekend maybe, and see it out for yourself. And I'm gonna tell you, like, you're not gonna regret it, because you will learn so much, not only about yourself, but you're gonna be forced to do things that you're not really comfortable with. And that's what I really like about it, and why I always tell people that don't understand why I do this. They say always, still, after 10 years, how can you do it? How can you get away alone? And it's a shame for the people that don't try it out and get to know what they're missing. Because to have everything in order and under control and be in that comfortable zone, I promise you it gets boring after a while. But of course we're all different, and some people are very happy with that situation. I'm not that kind of guy, so rather living a little bit at the edge, taking some risks, exploring the world and see for myself what it is. Having more interesting stories to tell people. I think that's what will happen. Because one thing I noticed is especially when you're staying at hostel, there's a lot of great hostel culture, especially in Europe. You meet a lot of solo travelers, and the most fun people to hang around with is the solo travelers, because they have the most interesting stories to tell. They share it from the heart, what they have been through and done, and they're open-minded. They always learn something and get something out of it. This is the perfect time to get up with new ideas and share ideas and have a new perspective when you get back home. I think that's the key here as well, to get a new perspective out of things. I think that's something we want. A lot of people should at least try it out, and like I said, get away for a short time. And so I'm pretty happy with that, and want to wish you an amazing summer. I'm gonna keep updating through this trip, but for now on, have a great day. See ya. Ciao.